Good morning everyone. I welcome you all to my science class. In our previous class, we have discussed with block 21 matter and its properties. In today's class, let us move on to block 22. Name of the topic of the chapter is physical changes. So the aim of today's class is identify physical changes as those things in which no new substance form. So, what exactly is physical change? So, what is a change first thing? How does a change happen? What are the changes happening in and around us in our day-to-day lives? See, as we all know, we see many changes that happens around us every day. For example, day turning to night, melting of ice, and growth of a child. All these are changes, isn't it? Milk turning into curd, isn't it? Curdling. All these are nothing but they are changes. And fruits are ripening. All these are called as the changes which is happening around us. So, what is exactly a physical change? Let us define what exactly is a physical change. So, a physical change is a change in which no new substances is formed is called as physical change. I repeat, a change in which no new substances is formed is called as the physical change. No new substance is formed if there is a change. There is no new substances from the original substance will remain as the same. Okay. So, what are the points which we have to keep in mind is, in a physical change, properties like shape, color and size are an state of matter changes in a physical change. So, what are the things we have to look for a physical change? The shape will change, the color may change, or the size of the substance may change, and there are changes in the states of the matters. You know the three states of matter: solid, liquid, gases, isn't it? So, in among this, there can be any changes in the state of matter. So, when there is changes in the state of matter, it is considered as a physical change. Understood? And physical changes can be reversible. I repeat, reversible or irreversible. Irreversible. So these terms are different. You are not used to these words. Reversible and irreversible. So what exactly is reversible? I would like to define. Reversible means you can get back the original substance from the new one. So if the new substances are formed also, you can get back the original substances. Such a change is called as the reversible change. What is irreversible? Irreversible is nothing but the original substances cannot be formed again. So when they form a new substance, that's over and you cannot get back the original substances. Such changes are known as the irreversible changes. So, in today's class, we have to prove that identify physical changes as those things in which no new substances are formed. So, to prove this, I have to do an activity. So, I have drawn a table for you. First table tells you the different activities. Second table, what is changing. So, you have to look for the changes like size, shape, color, states of matter. Is it reversible? Can you get back the original substance? You have to look. And is a new substances for? Is there any other new substances which you are going to get in this activity? You have to observe. Okay. So the first one is I am going to do an activity like tearing paper. Second activity melting of ice. Third one blowing a balloon. Fourth one stretching of a rubber band. Fifth one dissolving sugar in water. When I do these activities, you have to fill these columns simultaneously. Okay, the first one, moving on to this. See, I have taken the rule sheet here. Now I am going to, you look at the size of this rule sheet. Can you see this? Now what am I going to do is, I am going to tear this. So tear the paper into pieces. So what exactly am I doing now? I have torn this paper. So now you fill the column. What is the change? So the change is that the shape of the paper is changed. So the change is, the physical change has happened, like the shape of the paper is changed. Now, can I get back this original shape of the paper? No, I cannot get back. Is there any new substances formed? Did I get, when I tore the paper into pieces, did I get a rubber? Did I get a pencil? Did I get anything else? No. Isn't it? I got bits of paper. When I tore a bigger sheet of paper into pieces, I got small pieces of paper. Next one, melting of ice. Can you see here? I have added an ice cube into this. Can I see here? So, I have added an ice cube into this. So, what does this show? Now, this ice cubes is having some water in this. Can you see here? Yes. So, this is ice is melting. What exactly is happening? Ice is melting. So, the cube which was there in the form of ice cube is changing into water. So, what exactly is happening? The states of matter from a solid to liquid, it is changing. So, shape of matter. So, the particles which was very close in case of solid has changed in the case of a liquid. So, it is reversible. Can you get back the ice once again? Yes. From water I can get back the ice. Is there any new substances formed in this? No. Did you understand? Next one is blowing a balloon. Look here, I have a balloon in my hand. The shape of the balloon you can see here. It does not have any air in this. Now you see. See, when I blow this balloon, you can see the air filling in this balloon exactly. So you look here. Look at this. I have filled air in this balloon. So what happens? When I remove this air, I can get back the original shape of the balloon, isn't it? Inflated, deflated balloons I can get. So what happens? The shape changes here. It is a physical change. Is it reversible? Yes. Is there any new substances formed? No. You don't understand? See, I can get back this original balloon from this shape to this shape. The next one is stretching a rubber band. Look here, I have a rubber band in my hand. Now look at the shape of this. Now I stretch this. I release. I stretch. I release. I stretch. I release. So what happens? The shape of the rubber band change. Is it reversible? Can I get back the rubber band again in its original state? Yes. Is there any new substances formed here? No. Do you all understand? The next one, dissolving sugar in water. See, I have some sugar in my hand. See, I have water in this beaker. I am going to add this sugar into this. So, what will be the taste of the sugar? It is sweet. When I dissolve in it water, what can you expect there? What can you expect there? The water will have sweetness, isn't it? It will taste different. The plain water will is tasteless. When I add sugar to that, what happened? The sugar will dissolve in the water, in the given water. And what is the physical change happening here? Taste is changing. It is the taste, not the shape or the color which is changed. Can I get back the water? Yes, if I can get back the water. Is there any new substances? No. Formed? No. Because sugar is dissolved in water and you are getting once again it's in the liquid form. There is no new substances formed there. Did you all understand? So, we have seen the activities which can be reversed and we saw the substances which cannot be, which is not changed. Okay. Now, I have to tell you one more thing. Look here, I have a pencil in my hand and a sharpener. So, what am I going to look at the size of this pencil? So, look here, I am going to sharpen this. See, what exactly am I doing here? I am sharpening this pencil. So, when I sharpen, what is the physical change happening here? The physical change is that the size of the pencil will reduce. And the shape of the pencil also reduces, isn't it? The shape also changes. This is a physical change. Is there any new substances formed here? No. Now look here, I have a candle in my hand. I am going to lit this candle. I'm going to lit this candle for you. Now you see, I'm going to burn the paper. I have a strip of paper here. I'm going to burn it. Can you see here? So the paper is changing. Now you see what exactly is happening here. See what exactly is happening here is the paper is burning. Paper is burning. Can you see here what is happening here? Paper is completely burned. And look at this candle, children. Candle is also burning, and as the candle burns, you can see the liquid flowing out. The solid will be convert into liquid, and the shape and size of this candle changes. But it is not a physical change because it is directly converting into, it's not a physical change because it is directly becoming into smoke. Now you see here, children. Look at this ash form of this paper. Can you see this ash form? Yes. Now, can I get back the paper once again here? Can I get back the paper once again in this form? No, it is not possible. So, the sharpening of the pencil and burning of the paper are irreversible changes. What are they? Irreversible changes. We cannot get them back. Did you all understand? So, moving on to the keywords, physical changes, reversible and irreversible, you have understood. Moving on to the workbook, page number 28. Page number 28. Look at the picture and complete the table. Changes, what is changing? Is it a physical change? Why or why not? Sharpening of pencil and a sponge. Okay, so I will show you the sponge also. Look here, I have a sponge in my hand. When I squeeze the sponge, what is the physical change you are seeing here? The shape is changing of the sponge. Okay, then candle, I have shown you. Melting of the ice, we have seen. So you have to write whether it is a physical change. If it is yes or no, you have to write. Next question, carving of wood is an irreversible change. Is it a physical change? Give reason for your answer. See, look here in this page, in your content book, page number 31, you can see a carpenter carving some wood. Isn't it? So this wood is converted into some framework or some door form. You cannot get back the original wood to its original state, isn't it? So this is an irreversible change. But reversible and irreversible changes come under physical changes. Just now we have learnt that. So you have to write the answer for this. Did you all understand? So in today's class we have learnt about physical changes. Identify physical changes as those things in which no new substances are formed. We have defined physical change, reversible and irreversible changes. For your homework, give some examples for physical changes. Do you all understand? So, can you, and along with that, you can also read the content book, page number 32. Understood? For your better understanding. So, in today's class, we have dealt with physical changes. If you have any doubt regarding this class, you can ask me through Google Classroom. Thank you. Have a nice day.